So when you finish painting, you should have 2 chromatic scales. This is my first sheet. Now that it's nice and dry, you can see that it goes from yellow through to green to blue. And in between, we have yellow-green and we have blue-green. You usually say those with the primary colour first and then the secondary colour second. So yellow-green and blue-green. This is the second sheet that I painted. I haven't painted all of it for reasons that will become obvious in a moment, and I haven't worried about having a nice border. Again, you'll understand why in just a moment. But here I've gone from blue to purple to red. We have a red purple here and we have a blue purple there, and this is going to provide a lovely contrast to my first sheet. Don't worry if you've chosen to do 2 sheets that are the same set of colours, it will still work and will still be really effective. So on the second sheet, I'm going to cut out some geometric shapes. Now you can choose to cut out a single geometric shape, or you can choose to cut out some smaller geometrical shapes, but they must all be the same shape. So if you choose a circle, if you're doing smaller ones, they must all be circles. If you choose a square, they must all be squares. Try to think about the geometric shape you choose. It could be that you choose a circle or a square, or you could choose something like a rhombus, which is quite interesting. That's a pushed over square. You could choose a rectangle. You could even choose a trapezium. Just have a think around what you want it to be, and also then you need to have a template that you can draw round to cut out. So you may need to use some everyday things. I'm going to use something that I just happen to have to hand, and I'm going to cut out some circles. So I'm going to place my template on my painting, and I'm just drawing around it very carefully with an HB pencil, and I want to make sure that I've picked up all of the different gradients. So I'm going to draw my circles in different places to do that. And this is one of the reasons why I've chosen to have more than one circle, because if I chose to have a large circle, I would lose some of the lovely gradients at the top and the bottom. Right, so I've cut out my 3 circles. That was my original, so you can see that's where they were placed, at the top and in the middle and at the bottom, and I've cut those out. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to arrange them on my sheet. Now I can put this either way up, but I can go from dark to light or light to dark, and what I want to do is think about the colour contrast. So I'm going to place my circles 1, 2, 3, so, and think about, so I could just lie them down in a very pleasing symmetrical picture like so. I could choose to play around with them, so I could start perhaps with the red up there, and then let's see how that looks. So that's a slightly different way of having them. I quite like that too. I would like them to run in order rather than be mixed up. I think if we start to mix them up, the eye will be confused about what it's looking at. So really they need to run in order. I think I'm going to do them this way round. I really like the blue against the yellow at the top and the red at the bottom. There we go. And then all we have to do is stick them down and your piece of artwork is finished and can be backed ready to go on display. I hope you've had fun, or will have fun with that, with the second stage, and I can't wait to see them.